Thank you for tuning in to Abundant Moments. There are some people that just like to gossip. And the Bible teaches us against this. You can read all through Proverbs where it talks about talebearers, that's gossipers. When people gossip, they spread things that sometimes they don't even know to be true, but I just heard a rumor that such and such. And what we do when we do those things is we destroy people's reputations. And when you've done that, it's hard to get that back. I remember Billy Graham telling a story years ago, and he said that in this little English village, there was a woman and she was a gossip. And he said that she went to church one day and the pastor told her, "I've heard that you're going around talking about everyone." And she, of course, was guilty. And she said, "Yeah, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I've been doing it." And so he said, "This is a sin. You shouldn't be gossiping about people." And so she said, I want you to help me with this. You're right." And she prayed and asked the Lord to help her. And the pastor told her, "I want you to go to every house. And every house that you've talked about them in this village, I want you to take one of these goose feathers." And he gave her a bag of goose feathers. He said, "I want you to lay it on their porch. Then I want you to come back and tell me that you've done what I asked you to do." So sure enough, she was gone for several hours because she talked about everyone. When she came back, she said, "Okay, I took all those feathers and I laid one on each porch, just like you said." She said, "Why did you have me do that?" He said, "Well, now I want you to go back and I want you to bring me back all those feathers." So she went and she was gone twice as long. And when she finally came back, her bag that had all the feathers in it at first was empty. And she said, "Pastor, I tried, but every house I went to, it's so windy today. There was no feather I could find anywhere. I looked in the bushes, I looked everywhere, and I just could not retrieve any of those feathers." And he told her, that's how it is when you gossip. You can't take the words back. And you've told somebody about somebody else, and whether it was true or not, you cannot take that back, and you cannot help to rectify the situation because you've already spoke those words and they cannot be retrieved. That's a good lesson for each of us. We need to remember, because if somebody's gossiping to you, they will gossip about you. And we need to learn to speak highly of each other. And if you see a fault in somebody, go to them if you need to, but pray for them first and foremost, because when we gossip, all we do is tear somebody else down. And we are supposed to be edifying and building up the body of Christ. Thank you for tuning in.